No more lies. It all adds up. Let's see what you're made of. Seek within.
You on this! Look at you, Boodown!
For the everlasting thirst. No more lies. Time to come clean. The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth. Leave this place with one heart.
You're gone! What, you ready? Be cleared back up! Can't handle your dreams!
It all adds up. Time to come clean.
Got a dash! Nice and spicy! You're toast! I'm going in! Ninjutsu! Let my name echo in song! Shower me with praise! Cut! Out of the frying pan! Everybody stand back! Eat this! Come on out! Got a dash! Time to shine! Bye! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
Rise with the sun! Get to work! Everybody stand back! Suffer the wrath of Eastland! Pyroclastic surge! Ah! Burn it down! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! You two! Time to wrath from the sky!
Wind strike.
Fulfill our pact!
Rev the engines!
This realm... If you ever have...
हेलो हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग वी भाई। अरे रुका था मैं तुम्हारे लिए पुल करने को। अकेले पुल करने वैसे भी बोरिंग होता इसलिए तुमको स्पेशल मैसेज दिया मैं पुल करने। रुको पुल करते फिर अभी। पूरी नहीं करता मैं, पूरी नहीं काम आ जाएगी। रुको एक मिनट। हाँ, लोड होने दो यार, इतना ज्यादा ही डिले चलता है स्ट्रीम पे। है ना तुम, ठीक चले गए। हेलो हेलो। ये डिले भी फिक्स नहीं होता, पता नहीं क्यों, तो इतना डिले आता है ना, 20 सेकंड तो भी डिले आता है शायद। हेडफोन लगाने दो। अच्छा अच्छा, रुकता हूँ मैं। लगा लो लगा लो। अरे इसने पुल कर लिया नहीं, पर बाप रे बाप। खतरनाक। इसके पास लोमा भी थी लेकिन अच्छा है। और किसने पुल किया है? नेफर। ओ इसने भी पुल कर लिया नेफर। और कोई नेफर यूजर नहीं दिख रहा है। अरे तुम क्या आईडी चेंज करके आए कि क्या? क्या करूँ तब तक के मैं? कुछ है ही क्या करने को टाइम पास? काय का फूड है ये? कुछ हुआ है क्या? कुछ भी तो नहीं हुआ है।
Haven't you heard? Steak. Oh, which should I choose? The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most
केस देख लेता हूँ मैं तब तक के। अरे इसको लेने से केस यूज नहीं कर सकता।
Try and stop me! Rev the engines! Try and stop me!
Watch
Show me your
this!
move!
अरे तुम आने से तो पुल करूंगा। तुम तो बोले रुको। तुम बोले रुको इसलिए रुक गया था मैं। आ गए क्या? भाई मिल भी गई। ओ भाई खतरनाक। भाई
Why
फूरिना आ
are you
गए
just
अपनी।
standing there?
ओ अर्ली आ गई बे, मतलब इतनी नहीं पर 40 के पीटी पे आ गई। आ गई बढ़िया। अरे तुमने मैसेज डाला था क्या? ओके। अरे बहुत कम पीटी पे आई मेरी, मेरा अभी भी 59 फुल बचा, अभी बस पहले ही 10 फुल किए मैंने और फूरिना आ गई। ये देखो कितने की पीटी थी मेरी, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, और ये मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 28 की पीटी थी मेरी। एंड 38 पुल में मिल गई मेरे को। अब क्या नेफर पुल करूँ क्या? नेफर करता हूँ पुल। हाँ वही लग रहा है मेरे को। देखते 10। अरे कुछ भी आया लेकिन वो कुछ काम का नहीं होगा। अभी 0 की पीटी है ना अपनी। ये 10, 20, 20 में भी कुछ आया नहीं। बोले आ गई जो काम की नहीं है ना इतनी। 30। अरे 30 में सिंचू है, वो भी काम का नहीं। 40 लगता नहीं मेरे को आएगा। 40 हो गया। 50। अरे नहीं आया। ये क्या 60 होगा बस, उसके ऊपर तो होगा भी नहीं। ये 60 हो जाता है इधर में। 60 फुल। 60 पे भी नहीं आया भाई, हार्ट बीट ही चली गई वो भी। मुश्किल है। 61। 61 पे भी नहीं आया। 62। 62 पे भी नहीं। 63। भाई नहीं मिलेगी। किस्मत खराब है। 64। क्या भी भाई तुमने बैड लक लगा देखी हो? उससे अच्छा वेपन पुल करना चाहिए था लग रहा है। 65। अरे क्या है, पिंचू मिल गया भाई, कितना बार मिलता है? 65, 66 है शायद। 80 पे चले गए। 67 है। भाई भाई नहीं नहीं नहीं, एक और है। 68 हो जाती मेरी। 68। अरे बाप रे। 68 पे भी नहीं आई हुई भाई। नजर लगा दी यार तुमने, मेरे को लग रहा है। 68 पुल करे मैंने भाई साहब, उसमें एक भी 5 स्टार नहीं। खत्म अभी मैं। अभी कंगाल हो गया मैं। अभी तो नहीं होगा मेरे पास। नेफर नहीं मिली, लेकिन जाने तो पूरी ना तो मिल गई, वो भी एक अच्छी बात है, वो भी अर्ली पे मिली। हाँ अभी तो पूल्स कहाँ में होगी क्या, कुछ नहीं है अभी तो। 68 हो गए लेकिन पीटी। कोई नहीं। 10 पूल में पूरी ना आ गई, अब क्या चाहिए? वो भी है यार सही में। नेफर के भी काफी हो गए पूल, 68 की पीटी है अभी। पूरीना को बिल्डअप कर दे, पूरीना को मेरे को बताओ तो कैसे बिल्डअप कर दे अभी। पूरीना को बिल्ड कर, अरे यार मेरे पास मोरा नहीं है अभी भाई। मेरे को मोरा का बताओ तो यार, कैसे क्या रखो मोरा। पूरीना बेचारी, एक स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेता। लेवल 1 की 1000 एचपी है बस। बाप रे बाप। इसको इसका वेपन दे देता ना, इसका वेपन है ना मेरे पास। गलती से आ गया था इसका वेपन मेरे पे। कितना हो गया इसका भाई, 5138। अभी आर्टिफैक्ट मेरे को बताओ इसके। फिल्टर लगाने दो मेरे को, इसके आर्टिफैक्ट नहीं है मेरे पे। ओ भाई मेरे को लगा हो गया। ऑफिशियल पे लगाया मैंने। क्रिट रेट, क्रिट डैमेज। विशल यूज तो नहीं करता, मैं ये लगा सकता हूँ अभी के लिए। विशल के चोरी करने पड़ेंगे। ये एचपी का लगाओ कि ईआर का लगाओ? मोरा फार्म करो। अरे मोरा वही अपना मोरा कहाँ से मिलेगा अपने को बीवी भाई? अगर जल्दी चाहिए कुछ तो मिलेगा का कुछ कहाँ से? ओके ओके, खेलो खेलो, एंजॉय करो। मेरे को पहले ये बताओ, इसमें ईआर का लगता है क्या? एचपी और ईआर, एचपी का ही लगाओगे इसमें? इसमें एचपी परसेंट लगता है, बोलते हैं एचपी का क्रिट रेट क्रिट डैमेज है। इसमें क्या लगता है? क्रिट डैमेज बोल रहा है। तो ये तो विदाउट का ये भी लगा सकते ना अपन। क्रिट डैमेज विद क्रिट रेट एंड ईआर भी चाहिए होगा ना अच्छा खासा। ये चाहिए होगा फिर, है ना? ईआर इसमें 14 तो, लेकिन ईआर चाहिए ना इसको, मेरे को ईआर चाहिए होगा फिर। अभी ईआर लगा लो। हाँ मुझे भी लग रहा है ईआर बेटर होगा ना इसका। इसको ईआर कितना चाहिए होगा वी भाई कम से कम? और क्रिट रेट भी बताना मेरे को, मतलब रेशियो बताओ तो कितना चाहिए होगा मिनिमम?
I'm
कितना ही लेवल बढ़ेगा इसका? बढ़ बढ़ के ज्यादा लेवल नहीं बढ़ेगा। मोरा ही नहीं है यार, मोरा
the
फार्म
strength.
कैसे करूँ मैं? मेरी एचपी क्यों इतनी कम हो रही है? एचपी का इसमें दिया है, अच्छा इसमें मैंने एचपी का बढ़ाया नहीं है। ओके इसलिए। इसीलिए इतनी कम एचपी आ रही है। अरे वो लॉक वाला कहाँ पे है? इससे मैं देखना पड़ेगा कुछ फालतू का। ये डाल देते सिंगर सिटी का ई आर ई एम, ये इसके लिए है लेकिन जाने तो अभी के लिए, वो तो बैलेंस है वैसे ही। एनिमो डैमेज, क्रायो डैमेज, ई एम एच पी, 17 लेवल हो जाता है। लेकिन ई एम नहीं है ना इसलिए। ये डाल सकते हैं अपन एचपी का। क्रिट डैमेज क्रिट रेट, ओ भाई खतरनाक। उसके बाद क्या डालूं मैं? नहीं ये काम का है नहीं सकता। क्रिट रेट तो बहुत चले गया लगता है कि मेरा। एचपी बहुत कम हो रही है ना लेकिन। ई स्किल पहले फ्री है। पूरीना को 160 ईआर चाहिए, 30k प्लस एचपी। अच्छा एचपी मेरे को लगता है 30k प्लस लेवल अप करने से हो जाएगी अराउंड, नहीं 160 ईआर 151 जा रहा है ये। और क्रिट रेट और क्रिट डैमेज कितना चाहिए इसको, इसको बैलेंस कैसे करूँ मैं? मोरा भी चाहिए मेरे को, मोरा कहाँ से मिलेगा अभी मोरा? कोई इवेंट नहीं चल रही है क्या अभी? मोरा कहाँ से मिलेगा अभी भाई जल्दी? मोरा फार्म करने का रहा तो मोरा के लिए कुछ आइडिया है क्या? यहाँ से लूँ क्या मैं थोड़ा सा मोरा? कितना देता है ये? मोरा की कमी है मेरे पे, मोरा फार्म करना पड़ेगा। कॉन्स्टेलेशन इसके मिले, कितना मिला ये? C3 हुआ है, नहीं C4 हुआ है। फ्रेंडशिप लेवल हो गया ना। इसका C2 मिला है, ओके। पता नहीं वीडियो गाइड देखनी पड़ेगी यार मेरे को उसकी। मैंने देखा था लेकिन मैं भूल गया यार उसका क्या रेशियो क्या सीन है। तो कहाँ गई पूरी ना, कहाँ गई? तो कितने जमाने बाद। अरे उससे बेटर यार मैं C1 पूरी ना कर लूँ क्या? नेफर से बेटर C1 पूरी ना के लिए पुल करता हूँ मैं, ऐसे करता हूँ। C1 कर लूंगा उसको, यानी ज्यादा बफ देती है ना वो C1 पे। और वैसे भी काफी पीटी बिल्डअप हो गई है मेरी, तो C1 ही कर दूंगा, वो बेटर रहेगा नेफर से ज्यादा मेरे को लगता है। डीपीएस की जरूरत तो है भी नहीं अभी मेरे को इतनी। असेंड के लिए क्या चाहिए मेरे को? अरे ये है तो मेरे पास 8 बनाने पड़ेंगे एक ही, तो ये बनाना पड़ेगा, ओके। 15 बना लेता हूँ। मोरा खत्म हो गया लगता है मेरा वापस। $23,000 हो गई है। एनी 25-26,000 जाएंगी एचपी, लेकिन फिर एचपी कैसे बढ़ाऊँ मैं? इसमें कुछ एचपी बढ़ती है क्या? फील्ड डैमेज वगैरह आर्टिफैक्ट में फिर ये एचपी का लगाने से ईआर गायब हो जाएगा मेरा पूरा। फिर मेरे को ईआर का देखना पड़ेगा, ईआर जिसमें ईआर है वो लगाना पड़ेगा ना मेरे को, ईआर वाला। ये है ईआर वाला क्रिट रेट। स्विच करने से ईआर कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है ना, फिर मेरे को ईआर पूरा लॉस हो रहा है। एचपी भी इतना नहीं मिल रहा, कैसे बिल्ड करूं मैं पूरी नाम, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कैसे क्या बिल्ड करूं। एचपी है इस पे, दोनों इस पे, ये काफी अच्छा है इसके लिए। स्वाड पे यार इसका सिग्नेचर वेपन ही है अभी तो, वही लगाया फिर। स्वाड पे ईयर लगाने से होगा नहीं। मोरा भी चाहिए मेरे को, काफी फार्म करना पड़ेगा फिर। अभी कहाँ जाऊँ मैं मोरा फार्म करने। नॉर्ड क्राई में भागना पड़ेगा। ये एरिया एक बाकी है मेरा। यहाँ में घूमना पड़ेगा मेरे को। ये रेजिन यूज करूँ क्या मोरा के लिए। मॉन्स्टर कहाँ पे है मोरा का। ये बढ़िया लग रहा है। कर लो, हाँ वही बेटर ऑप्शन रहेगा ना। बढ़िया आइडिया दिया तुमने मुझे। 60 आज यूज कर ही लेता हूँ मैं पूरी के लिए। क्या यार मोरा की दिक्कत हो गई, मैंने सोचा ही नहीं था मोरा की दिक्कत होगी। अरे यार बाइक से जाना पड़ेगा ऊपर लग रहा है।
Try and stop me!
Everybody stand back! Get to work!
One with nature.
Pyroclastic surge!
कौन बचा है।
Show no mercy!
तो ये टेन ही है मेरे पे। अरे मेरा क्रिट डैमेज ओवरफ्लो हो रहा है यहाँ पे। अगर क्रिट डैमेज की जगह एचपी का लगा है तो हो जाएगा मेरे को लग रहा है। यहाँ पे एचपी पर ईआर भी चाहिए ना। यहाँ पे ईआर का होता नहीं है आई गेस। ईआर का होता है क्या यहाँ पे? नहीं होता है ना यहाँ पे ईआर का। एचपी का है। अरे अरे ये बढ़िया है। अगर मैं इसको यहाँ पे ये लगाऊँ फिर यहाँ पे एचपी का 8 बोनस हो गया 33,000 एचपी 57 221 127 ईआर ही आ रहा है लेकिन फिर और मुश्किल ही ईआर और होना है कि नहीं। मैं क्वेस्ट करने जा रहा हूँ। बाय बाय। ओके ओके बाद में मिलते हैं। चलो सिग्नेचर है तुम पे। हाँ निकल गया था वो। निकल गया था वो क्या करना अभी। HP पहले मेरे को लेवल अप करना पड़ेगा।
Full throttle! Let's light it up! Try and stop me!
Into the wind.
Fulfill our pact!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Yeah!
Time to go.
Light it up! I'm going in! Wrath from the sky! Ah!
Rev the engines!
Show no mercy!
Rise with the sun!
Full throttle! Incinerate! Full throttle!
String! Pyroclastic surge! Rev the engines! Try and stop me! The rewards of an adventure worth remembering. Light it up! Wind strike! Get to work! You two! Time to... Oh, ow! Where did that come from? vengeance!
Suffer the wrath of the... Huh?
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Wind strike.
Fulfill our pact! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get 'em! Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later.
The wind knows me.
I'm going in! Full throttle!
You can't run!
Suffer the wrath of the...
Into the wind.
exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley. Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley. Burn it down!
Everybody stand back! Huh? Benny's a... Good things come to those who do. Oh, wait around. That's what they say, anyway. Witness my magnificent sample. Get to work! Strike a pose! Shadows of fate!
Mine to wield.
Yeah, ha, yeah. I'm tired already. Yoo-hoo! Show no mercy! Let the world come alive!
Extinguish. Mine to wield.
Yeah. Shower me with praise! Fulfill our pact! Delve into death! Surge!
Power.
Ha! shadows of fate.
Another test subject.
Get to work! You two! Time to end them!
Annihilate.
Done.
You've earned yourself a reward.
Fulfill our pact! Lolling, these papa! Let my name echo in song! Let me scribe, decided my destiny! Search! Ad Astra Ab. Thank you for Anything else more? Shower me with praise! Yoo-hoo! Shower me with praise! Merciless. Incoming! Show no mercy! You two! Time to end them! Time to shine! Fate is upon you! Extinguished! Yeah! Ha! Get to work! See Lolene, eat Papa, get him!
Annihilate.
Power.
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
I have high hopes for this journey. I'm never late. It's been a few days since we said bye to the... Still no news about Rip. If only he was gone for good.
Hello! You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately...
The Wild Hunt? Oh, uh-oh. We better get over there, right away. Come on, let's go.
barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's his endgame here? Ah, everyone's here already. Hey, we made it! So, what's going on?
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir, but it's like he just vanished into thin air. Nope, that is, until this morning, when a
And we're sure that Rerir did this. Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rerir just after regaining his body? There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered to him. Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in Notcry, waiting for his chance to strike?
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadow. Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't accept.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time, like he had zero interest in talking to us.
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his past, or what he might be hoping to achieve.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard of the Reikir of Solnar. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 useful facts about him. So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. But if we want to investigate him, last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us, and we still barely held our ground. If we had to face him alone... Oh, Paimon's head hurts just thinking about it!
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given that he attacked the quarry, I'd say it's likely he'll target other places rich in Kuvaki. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla. One thing's for sure. If we just sit back and let him keep absorbing Kuvaki, we really won't stand a chance against him.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is worth noting that these two locations are quite far apart. To investigate them both, we'll need to split up.
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rerir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hisi Island.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his. I should head back and start evacuating the pilgrims.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a race against time here. And if we do run into Rerir?
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting.
Didn't you say the...
I don't know. Did I?
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rerir, do not pursue him. Get out of the area and alert the rest of us as...
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go.
Any leads?
Nope, diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Ugh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face...
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about...
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got... almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that, or he's just extremely cautious, and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where?
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
All we can do now is hope that I know and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rerir. If you've got the guts, come face me one-on-one! Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it!
No, it's Silvermoon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick!
Why is he attacking the damsel elect? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now, you shall plunge into darkness. Felindus, soon, I will find a way.
Watch out!
too close.
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about? We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly, we had no choice but to step in.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
A counter-strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nodcry undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff. You can't suggest we all just chicken out.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised, but what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah, we can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she'd pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another.
River's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But...
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now. Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the Moon Goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again. Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling. Like a lake, cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength. The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other 2. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the Eternal Moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
It's the Wild Hunt! Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
Cleanup sequence initiated. Annihilation mode.
Oh, they just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kitar's house to escape! If this goes on much longer...
One heart in prayer.
The long sleep beckons.
Ding dong water bomb! Just one!
Preparing for dust up.
Leave this place. Try the frostman of old.
Close your eyes. The night coming.
Go claw!
Installation chamber deployed. Annihilation mode.
With one heart in prayer. Luscious the moon.
Observe. The long sleep beckons.
Rainbow!
Defensive mode engaged. Preparing for dust up.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Hold up! Who are you?
could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intel, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nodcry, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now, but I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected, but you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsfartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry? Why is the Wild Hunt
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. Oh, that's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt, and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow... And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unreal... That said, while I was explaining everything just now, some of the...
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal... I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A Nodcrian rat.
Oh,
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was, but once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, but is it even possible that he works the Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari? Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So...
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state.
what if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon. The last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the iridescent...
I know a way, but... we will need to visit the Fatui's
The experimental design
Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, as you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his Wild Hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details, details. Miss Neffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Nodcry. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Neffer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please? I'm begging you.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flynn's. That fragment that Rerir was after. Do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it.
Wait, you had...
Shh. This is...
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you. So we'll leave the... And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so I'm in for this part, no matter what.
Count me in.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing here. I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nodcry. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to...
I like it.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here.
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you doing? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're...
Huh! You really think that's gonna
We're not looking for any trouble. I just...
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted few out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against?
Let them in.
But
Are you going to make me...
no.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be mate.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking...
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean...
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retreat. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone...
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? First, Rosaline.
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it...
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment. Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their... It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries...
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a... The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui... I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher... But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real. That might be your plan, but it sounds like someone else wants you... Huh? Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of—
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area! I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
Huh, you'll be Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polone. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged. Don't tell me what to do. Look, if stare all you want, Columbina, you're not getting enough.
I know.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where it's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's... Paulownia! Get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon, go. Keep searching. She can't...
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past? It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frostmoon Scions.
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some kind of creepy dungeon. But it's actually kinda nice. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly.
Whenever we wish. But for some, I've never faced Rarir myself. But from what you've told me, I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have...
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets.
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. And also how to make sure I come out of... Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is...
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. What, is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary.
Eh?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass.
Come on. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Quit grabbing me. I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey, aren't you...
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening.
Dory, Sangam...
If you want to make it big in Nodcry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of... It was back when I first arrived in Nodcry. My trusty assistant, and when you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer, plus any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. Huh, what can I say? The great Lord Sangamabe is... So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble. I've got everything.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about...
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its...
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures.
You're...
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Nod. If you're willing to wait, I can ask her...
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll...
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at?
No, no! This is for—
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purpose. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got—
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back, friend.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will see many strange things in your mind's eye. So remember, don't be frightened, and don't. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conry. Simple furnishings, table and chair. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway.
Hi, River. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
They didn't sign their name, but they must.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Joseph asked why I came alone, but if he invites me again.
The Lindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground? So that would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is. He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least in this. Did Rary rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was not the burial place of a fallen moon. A wither. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of a fallen moon.
Reverie, over here.
Dane! Oh, and,
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves... So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't...
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question?
Who'd have thought?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to...
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job?
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. A member of the King's Guard.
Of course he does.
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... What's up, Ved?
It's nothing. Vedifulnir. And yet, does he even know me? Why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. Perfectly normal. No different. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about...
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced. Aw, why the long face?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after...
Isn't that a...
Vedifulnir showed up today, too. You know, Daneslif's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedifulnir. Yes, I've heard of him.
He overheard Daneslif mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue.
So, you're worried? You could be such a... We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about it? I'm sure someone in his... You worry too much, Revier.
So, you do...
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into...
All right. Nobodies. Sounds about right. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Meanwhile, every idea they come, the opposition tried to speak. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Felindis? It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon... Nope. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together. Cheers.
See? You just need to stay positive, River. I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's... that's better. Getting caught up about things like this...
You go ahead.
Even busier than the big...
Free love. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain.
Well, that goes without saying. Besides, they're too complete.
All right. White out.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. By giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancé to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly so... Who'd have thought we were in the same... Let's dig a little deep.